Hi, this is Gaurav Singh, and today we are going to talk about one of the best and highest rated movies of all time, A Silent Voice. A Silent Voice is a movie directed by Naoko Yamada, who is responsible for shows like K-On!, which is also incredibly popular. It is animated by Kyoto Animation, who have also produced amazing works like Kobayashi Sanchi no Dragon Maid and Violet Evergarden. Koi no Katachi was adapted from a manga by Yoshitoki Oima. A Silent Voice came out almost at the same time as the record-breaking movie Your Name by Makoto Shinkai, but left a long-lasting impression compared to what Your Name did. This is because A Silent Voice represents issues that are valid in today's world and people can deeply relate to those issues. You don't need to be bullied or depressed in your life to relate to these characters. The movie represents its characters in such a humanizing way that one can't help but feel what the characters in the movie are feeling all the time. The characters in Silent Voice are not perfect. They are just like any other human being on this planet. There are no bad guys in the movie. The movie gives us a sneak peek into the life of characters like Shoya and Nishimiya and what they go through throughout the journey of their lives. The story begins with a slow and sad music and animation with Shoya Ishida trying to commit suicide. The suicide is presented with beautiful visuals but in a scary way at the same time. There is no information at the start about why he's doing this, but it's just him making any final preparations before he tries to commit suicide. The thing that snaps him out of it are the fireworks. He remembers that he can't commit suicide yet as he still has something left to do. Shoko Nishimiya is a transfer student in Shoya's class. It is revealed that Nishimiya is deaf, and it is portrayed beautifully with subtle animation from Kyoto Animation Studio. She uses a book to write on so she could speak to her classmates. Even with no dialogue from Nishimiya, we can tell how exactly she is feeling at every moment. As a child, Shoya had an energetic and mischievous personality. He was one of the popular kids and seen as a class joker by other students. After a few minutes into the movie, when we see Nishimiya trying to adapt to the class, we can see that the school isn't well equipped to deal with her situation. This causes Nishimiya to be seen as a burden by her classmates. This becomes a reason for Shoya to start bullying her. Shoya keeps on belittling her and gets her attention by throwing pebbles and sand at her. When Nishimiya tries to be friends with Shoya using sign language, Shoya fails to understand Nishimiya's feelings and bullies her just because she is different from others. When the school tries to teach the students sign language and the students refuse to learn it as it is inconvenient for them except one girl named Sahara. Sahara gets ostracized by her classmates for getting involved with Nishimiya and transfers away. It is at this time Shoya keeps ripping out the hearing aid from Nishimiya's ears and bullying her even more. His classmates, instead of stopping him, encourage him to keep doing the act. It is only when he physically hurts her Shoya sees consequences to his actions, as all his friends put the blame on him for everything when asked by who was the one who did it. The messages and the storytelling that is represented in A Silent Voice could not have been pulled off without the genius of Naoko Yamada. The movie tackles issues like bullying, self hatred, suicide, depression, and social anxiety in a way which is completely different from any other works. It isn't overly dramatized, but what you can feel after watching the movie is that the movie was real and genuine. The visuals in the movie are so strong and so perfectly placed that every scene makes you feel what the characters in the movie are feeling inside, hardly using any dialogues in most scenes. Bullying is one of the easiest things to notice in the movie. We can see from the start that Shoya keeps on bullying Nishimiya till he physically hurts her and realizes the consequences of the situation. After getting blamed by his classmates for everything, he is the one who starts getting bullied in their place and realizes how Nishimiya felt like and loses his self confidence and trust in others as he grows up. Shoya hates himself for everything that he did with Nishimiya and decides to go on a redemption path after he stops himself from committing suicide. He regrets what he has done and the burden his mom has to go through because of his actions. But the person who has hated themselves more than anyone in the movie is none other than Nishimiya. She blames herself for everything that went wrong in her life. She thinks she's a burden to those around her and thinks that if she doesn't exist, everyone around her would be happier. The movie depicts social anxiety through the medium of the main character, and it is not in an exaggerated way like most shows, where the main character freaks out when someone talks to them. It is pretty subtle in a way that whenever someone tries to talk to Shoya, he never looks them in the eye, but instead always looks at their feet. The movie portrays it by placing X marks on the faces of the people that Shoya doesn't trust. The movie starts with the scene of Shoya committing suicide. The reasons were unknown at the start, but eventually we came to know that it was because of the trauma, self hatred, and regret that he was carrying throughout his journey after his incident with Nishimiya in middle school. Nishimiya's suicide at the end of the movie is not too overly dramatic or animated, but it is shown in a straightforward way. Nishimiya, who has always hated herself and blamed herself for everything, finally decides to end it all, as she thinks she is the reason that Shoya lost all his friends, which is not true at all. Nishimiya, before committing suicide, uses the goodbye sign instead of a see you later sign, which indicates that something bad is about to happen. In this final slide, I would like to talk about characters like Kawai and Shoya's teacher. Kawai ignored what was happening with Shoko, and when asked about it, she defends herself by saying that she is not the one responsible. She never stopped anyone from bullying Nishimiya and stopped talking to her just so she doesn't get ostracized by her classmates like Sahara. The teacher, on the other hand, knew what was going on all the time, but still acted oblivious to everything until things got out of hand and the school had to take action. These people ignored what was going on in front of them throughout the movie and acted like good guys. It is because of this ignorance towards stuff like bullying and depression that leads to someone committing suicide. People ignore what's going on around them just so they can defend themselves. The schools think that bullying between kids is just kids being kids, which is completely wrong and something which should never happen.